Welcome back, everybody, to Movie News Monday on June 19th, 2023. I am your host, Adam. It's going to be kind of a jam-packed episode. There's a lot to talk about. We got Katie Fisher's final film. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Tom Holland speaks on Spider-Man 4. And The Flash's box office. Did it do as well as people thought, or did it kind of struggle? We're going to get into that. We're not going to get into the full box office, as we do cover that on Our Real Addiction, so you can catch that on Wednesday. We'll go into more depth on The Flash. Did it stumble? This is just pure facts. But if you haven't checked out our Flash spoiler review, please go check that out. We posted it on Saturday, just for everybody who saw the show, or saw the movie, and wants a full of blown open spoiler review. Please go check that out. Also, if you haven't, follow us on all our social media at Our Real Addiction on Instagram and on TikTok, and on Twitter at Our Real Pod. You can also so go check that out. We're gonna just jump right into the episode. So Wonderwell, the final film in Carrie Fisher's career, is a coming-of-age fairy tale set between modern Italy and an imaginary realm just beyond. Wonderwell follows Violet, a native and inquisitive 12-year-old girl, on a thrilling adventure that transforms her world forever. Wonderwell is starring Carrie Fisher, Rita Ora, and introducing new, young, and up-and-coming talent, Kira Millward. I did take this quote off of an article off of Vulture.com. They talked a little bit about the film, and they talked to the producer of the film, and they stated Fisher filmed the movie in late 2016, wrapping up just 6 weeks before her untimely death, and subsequently taking 7 years to finish. Producer Lee Rudnicki called Fisher's final scene in the film a magical final curtain call for a very special actress. Wonderwell is set to come out this Friday on June 23rd of 2023. I did try looking up to see if it would release in theaters. It is on AMC.com as well as Fandango. However, they have no showtimes listed for it. The only place I was able to confirm that where you'd be able to watch it was on Apple TV. However, you'd have to pre-order it for, I believe, $12.99. I would have to assume that it is also going to be on like Amazon Prime, like Prime Video, where you can purchase films there, or Peacock. I think Peacock has had you can purchase films on there as well, or something like Vudu, or other streaming services, because I assume it's going to be available. It's not an Apple TV exclusive, but yeah, I mean it is set to release this Friday. Moving on, we got Tom Holland speaks on Spider-Man 4. He talked to The Hollywood Reporter. He had a little bit to say, saying that he's a little apprehensive about it. There's a bit of a stigma about a fourth one in all the franchises. I feel like we hit a home run with our first franchise, and there's a part of me that wants to walk away with my head held high and pass the baton to the next lucky kid that gets to bring his character to life. It feels like this is taken a little bit out of context. One, because we know Tom Holland is still under contract. Tom Holland has had an infamous career alone just talking to the press when it comes to talking about future projects. He's leaked so much information when it came to Spider-Man and what he's going to be doing in the MCU. And do not get me wrong, he was so much better with No Way Home. The only one that, feel like didn't get caught up. Everybody caught up with leaking stuff other than him. However, I know he is under contract obligations with Sony, and I'm assuming Marvel in some sort of degree, that is going to make him not make him, but will have to be like, hey, we need you in Spider-Man 4. You have a contract to fulfill. Now, I'm not saying if it goes past into like Avengers Secret Wars or Avengers Kang Dynasty. There are the rumors of him appearing in Daredevil Born Again. So we'll just have to see whether or not what that is, if any of this is true. However, Tom Holland says, I'm taking a break from acting. He says he wants to, take breaks all the time. Unfortunately, he is in a digital era where a lot is known about our celebrities and our actors and actresses that have a lot going on in their lives. But yeah, I mean, I hope he is going to be in Spider-Man 4 and moving on. I'm sure he will be, considering there's, again, like I said, there is a contract. Also, lastly, to finish up the episode, we're going to talk a little bit about the Flash box office. I took this from the Hollywood Reporter. The article was written by Rebecca Rubin, and I just took some paraphrasing. But the Flash stumbled with 55 million domestically, and also stumbled at the international box office with 75 million. From 78 markets, bringing its global tally to 139 million. Unless its box office fortunes rebound, The Flash looks to fall more closely in line with Dwayne Johnson's $200 million budget Black Adam, which opened up last year to $67 million and failed to reach $400 million globally, ultimately losing in its theatrical run. She also did go on to mention that films that had bad openings but still went on to be very successful, two of them being Marvel Studios' Ant-Man, opened up with $57 million, ended up making $519 million worldwide. Aquaman also opened up to $67 million, and ended up making $1.1 billion. Nobody saw that coming. Did open up in a Christmas. Ant-Man, I believe, opened up in February. But yeah, it's just like it's a shame to see that if this is the case, where the DCU kind of goes from there, because James Gunn is kind of back in the drawing board. If the film that's supposed to reset his franchise isn't performing at the box office, there's a lot. This is concerning, in my opinion, if Flash isn't doing good, which is a world-renowned character. Everybody knows the Flash now, one because of the TV show, and now because of, obviously, the Ezra Miller's incarnation with Zack Snyder's Justice League, Joss Whedon's Justice League, and now, obviously, his own film. However, this is going to be a little concerning, considering your next film is Blue Beetle, which is a character, in my opinion, that not a lot of people know about, and that alone isn't going to be enough just to draw it out. You are going to have that Mexican demographic, the Latino demographic, which I think is absolutely amazing. But it's not going to be where everybody is going to be invited into this film. In terms of, I want to just go up and see it, especially if a film like The Flash with Ezra Miller, Michael Keaton, Sasha Calle, there's not there. It looks like it's an uphill battle for James Gunn and the future of the DCU. However, we will go more into this topic on the Our Real Addiction podcast this Wednesday, so please go check it out, where we'll cover the entire box office, but absolutely more topics as well. We're going to be covering Netflix's Tudum, and a variety of other topics. So, hope you enjoyed this episode of Movie News Monday, and we will see you in the next episode. Don't forget to follow us on our social medias. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification to stay up to date with all our videos. Sic Parvis Magna.